seat as always. The van's a little bit of a mess because it's lived in right now. But I made it. I made it all the way south. Um, I am not quite all the way to where I wanted to be, my destination, but I am here. I'm in the desert. I made it. The van made it. The wheel didn't fucking fall off. So that's a win. That is a win. It's all been a win. The whole drive was pretty good. A little bit of shaking in the van because of the bearing and the axle. But we made it. Made it down here, and the parts are on order. The parts I don't have, the parts that weren't sent the first time I ordered them. And so yeah, here in like 2 days, I should have the bearings that I'm missing. Hey, what's up, intellectual? How's it going, mischief? What's up, Daryl? I'm just here to celebrate and burn one real quick. Critter Bones, what's up, Road Dog? How you doing? For those of you that missed that intro, my headliner might be messed up, but the van made it all the way south. And yeah. And the bearing is on order. The bearing will be here in 2 days. And I can get it all fucking fixed finally. And I had lost this half ounce on my way here. I couldn't find it. I ran out of my first half ounce, and I'm like, dude, I have another one somewhere in here. And I couldn't find it, and then I found it today. What's up, Rye Guy? What's up, Gramps? That is true. I'm about to be grandpa. I'm gonna be grandpa. How cool is that? Grandpa Zig. That's so strange. But I'm super proud of my daughter. She is the best. And she's killing it. She's excited too. We're all excited. I'm excited. I'm excited for them. It's weird. It's weird. Gonna be grandpa. I told her to wait until I was 40, and she didn't waste any damn time. That's funny. But yeah, I saw the sonogram pictures, and I was like trying to go into the store, and I was all crying and shit. All crying, trying to go into the store, and I had to tell them I had allergies when I went inside. Cause I'm a man. But I'm pretty stoked, dude. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Am I in slabs? No, I'm not in slabs. And she is due. Dude, I should know this. I really should. I want to say, hang on, give me a second. Give me 1 second. I want to say in December, or I don't know. I need to find out. I should be better about that. It might be March. I could be way off. But I'm not the one giving birth. I figured somebody was going to ask me that. No, I'm not in slabs. Oh, shit. Damn it. I just spilled some weed. Just spilled some of my weed. Dang it. I don't know where my rolling tray is either. Dude, my van is so packed right now. I don't know where anything is. So, like, it's hard to be human right now. I'm doing my very best. But it's hard to be human. On the way down, I did go visit Heath and Bobby. I don't know if you guys are in here, but I did go visit them. That was cool. Good to see Heath and Bobby both again. They're really good folks. Heath hooked me up with some smoke, which is kind of a mixture of all his favorites, it seems like. And I'm going to hang on to that. He wanted me to call it the cancer weed, but I'm going to call it the Heath Legacy weed. Anytime I'm feeling down, or I'm out of weed, or I just need a little pick-me-up, I'm going to smoke some out of the Heath collection. Pay homage to my friend. And, you guys know that I don't really get into religion that much on here. I'm not a very religious person. Heath and Bobby are very God-fearing people. And I gotta say, I gotta compliment them, because they are by far, hands down, what I feel like most Christians should be. And I know that might sound so judgmental, but to be honest with you, like, they might be some of the more Christ-like people I've ever met. You know, they don't need very much. They've just traveled the world sharing, you know, their word and God's word with everyone they've met. I met them in slabs, and they were always preaching to everybody, and now they still are, and they don't take, you know, more than they need, and they just let the universe provide what they, you know, what they need, and they make sure they give. And they gave me a whole bunch of food, and they gave me some weed, and they hooked me up with some cash. So yeah, they are really, like, just great people. So anyways, Critter says we spilled at the same time. Like, yeah, dude, I spilled a pretty good chunk of my weed when I was grinding this up. But I don't know what my rolling tray is right now. So I'm literally rolling on top of my wallet at the moment. So that's funny. December, March, same thing. Yeah, you get it. You know. Are you still good with Ponderosa? Yeah, I was there yesterday. I was at the Ponderosa yesterday. Went and saw everybody. Yep. And it was really cool. I wasn't really planning on going there, to be honest with you. And I had talked to the Ponderosa. They were going to come out here and visit me. But the closest store was in Nyland. And when I got there yesterday to get, went to the store, I was like, shit, fuck it, I'm already this far. So I drove into Slabs and went and said hi to them and hung out for the day and saw some of the people, you know, I haven't seen in a year or so. Got all my hugs in, and everyone was all happy to see me. And then I kind of did an Irish goodbye and bounced. But that's okay. That's okay. I'll see him again. Everyone wants me to go bartend tomorrow at Ponderosa, and I'm not so sure I want to. I'm not so sure I want to bartend. But I know I'm making an absolute fucking mess with this joint right now. Really do need my rolling tray. I didn't realize how messy I was until you don't have it. Yesterday at the Ponderosa, I don't know if any of you follow Waterboy on social media, on his Facebook or anything, but he posted a blunt that we smoked yesterday with a quarter pound in it. We smoked a quarter pound blunt yesterday. That is a true story. Didn't smoke very well because, I mean, that's a lot of fucking weed, but did do it. The van shook its ass off all the way here, and it's getting worse. Honestly, it's getting bad. So there's like this dude here where I'm at, who I don't know well, but some people I know him, you know, friends of friends. I know a guy that knows a guy, and they he's gonna help me fix the bearing, which, I mean, the axle needs to be replaced, but the bearing does too. There are some people parking next to me right now. Probably just getting pictures of the beach. Yeah, they're just getting pictures of the beach. World War III on your birthday. Is your birthday November 5th? Is that World War III? Intellectual says, I saw that. Huge fucking joint. It was a blunt. It was a blunt, and took 28 blunt wraps, 4 ounces, and 10 grams of dabs was in this thing. It was pretty big. Good deal been there to enjoy traveler on old cars. Smoke a few up and smoke joints. Checking Cheech and Chong back in the day. Oh, smoke a few up and smoke. That's what you're talking about. Up and smoke joints. Yeah, these, I think this one might have been bigger than anything Cheech ever did in the movies. Waterboy is pretty good at rolling pinners. He didn't roll this. He didn't roll this. That's funny. Blunt and joints all the same. I prefer joints, man. Blunts make me cough my ass off. Yeah, we had to light this fucking quarter pound fucking blunt with a torch because it like this wasn't enough flame. It was pretty ridiculous. But yeah, I spent the day in Slabs yesterday. Everyone's texting me. They want me to go for chili night tomorrow or taco night or whatever the fuck they're calling it now. But not so sure I want to. Plus, I really don't want to risk my van. Like, my van isn't driving great. And driving it, like, I'm just trying not to go highway speeds at all, man. Like, once these parts get here and I yank that off and slap the new bearings on and the new axles in. The only thing I couldn't order that I might need to go to the store for is transmission fluid. They wouldn't ship it because I'm in California and they don't fucking ship that stuff in California, I guess, because of cancer or because of like Nazis or spaghetti monsters. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. Paper size album cover. Paper size of an album cover. Oh. Those rough roads too. The roads aren't so bad. I mean, if I go slow, like I said, my suspension's completely new. But yeah, that bearing isn't doing great, and like we got the van up in the air today, and side to side, that thing has a lot of play. So, like the tire's just been all the way, full send all the way to fucking Southern California. Like I can see Mexico. Well, not right now. On a clear day, I can see Mexico. That's how far I drove. Wheel bearing grease too. I don't know if I'm gonna need that. I think a lot of them come pre-greased if I get the hub and the bearing, but I guess we'll find out. If I do it and I need grease, then I guess I just gotta have to run down to. I mean, it's not like you're just running to the store when you're in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's an hour drive at least. I think an hour down the road. But that's what I'll have to do. It is what it is. At least the wheel won't fall the fuck off. Get it all fixed. Once I get it fixed, man, I think I am done putting money into this van. I'm over it. I might like do some little stuff like rip the headliner out and put a different, tapestry up there and spray it down or something. But yeah, right, guys. Zag is doing just fine. She's been meeting all the dogs in town today, so she's been making friends. I filmed my drive coming down here, and I'm gonna be editing that. Well, I have been editing it, but I'm gonna finish editing that. And then I'll show you around the town I'm in a little bit before I mosey on down the road and get these repairs done. But I have like probably be here for a week or so. We'll see. We'll see what happens. How's everyone out there been doing? How are y'all doing? What are you burning on? Right, meow. Why don't you let me know in the comments? It's right around sunset. I was gonna try to do this live stream outside, but it's so windy. I don't think you'd be able to hear me over the wind, to be completely honest with you. I think you would just hear wind. Daryl says we did a dab running low on green. Yeah, I get that. Very much so. So much so that I couldn't find my weed yesterday. So I had to break into the Heath collection, the Heath Legacy. And today I found my weed while I was cleaning it up. Hey, what's up? We were just talking about you, Heath and Bobby. I found a Ford 350 box truck for sale, 2,500, 180,000 miles on it. Where at? Is it all the way in Indiana? Is it an East Coast vehicle with rust all over it? Smoking pink Bubba. When I was visiting Heath on the way down, here, I got to teach him how to well, not teach him, but I had to show, I got to show him where his talk to text is. So we're going to see how that does today while we're doing the live stream. Where are we? Where indeed? Where in the world is Zig? Let's go outside and take a little walk. What do you guys think? Which ocean do you think I'm at? Which ocean is Zig at? Sorry if this is making anyone nauseous. Well, there's my doggo. You want to come out, don't you? You want to come out? Oh, well, maybe I should unlock it, huh? Well, I ain't in Kansas anymore, that's for sure. Salton Sea, how's this smell? It smells great. Actually, it doesn't smell at all today. Yesterday it was a bit stinky, but there have been days where this smelled so bad, like might be worse than combat. My first time driving through the valley here. Driving through the valley was, I had dryer sheets over my face because it was so bad. The salmon sea. But no, it doesn't smell at all right now. I'm being honest, it doesn't smell bad at all. Jeff was eating tacos, everyone. Ugh. Go on. Yeah, Critter, it's in there in Indiana. I'm probably gonna be. I'm not ready to buy a vehicle yet. I will be. I just dropped $200 to get the hubs and the bearings. So I'm not gonna be vehicle shopping probably until this summer. Most likely this summer. Have I eaten anything good? No, I have not been to that sandwich shop yet, but I did eat at the Ski Inn today and had me a burger, and that was pretty good. They served breakfast the other day, and I didn't get there to eat the breakfast, but I did get there today to have a burger. And I've been asking around town about getting the van fixed for the last like 2 days. Today I know a guy who knows a guy. I know a girl who knows a guy, and we're got the parts on the order, and we're gonna get this van ship shape here pretty soon. As soon as the parts show up, so I'm pretty stoked about that. Actually, we like that needs the bearings and the axles. They're both a mess. I've got the axles, bearings are on the way, so drop the $200 was just like, fuck it, I'll do it. I honestly just want 1 month. I just want 1 month where I don't have to spend like hundreds of dollars on my van. Like, I really just want that. I want that. And this might be the last month where I need to spend hundreds of dollars on repairs. So, review the inn. That place is delicious. Yeah, I was just thinking about that today. My batteries for my GoPro are charging right now. That's why they're orange. So I couldn't go in there and film, but I do plan on doing that. Let me know and keep an eye out this direction of the country. I have been bugging everyone in Bombay Beach though. Like, everyone I've met, I've bitched about my van and been like, I just need someone with the tools and wants to smoke my weed and tell me when I'm doing something wrong. Like, I'll do the work. I just need someone to be like, hey, that's not how you do it. You do it like this instead. Or, hey, if you do it like that, it'll be harder. Do it like this, it'll cut you out some time. Like, that's all I need. Like, you smoke my pot, and I just want your tools and to sit you the fuck down. I'll do the work. Don't forget to smash the like button. 25 people in here, 12 likes. It's okay if you don't like me. That's okay. I wouldn't like my video either. Oh, I got a message here. VA News. All right, thanks, VA. You guys all ready for World War III? World War III. I don't know what the plan on to what we're gonna wear is for World War III, but I know some people are getting ready for that shit. I don't know. I'm just trying to get my van fixed. I ain't got time for no World War III. I'll let people who are actually passionate about that stuff take care of it. I tried being passionate about the country once, and it just led to like disability. So I'll let the younger generation take care of it this time. I wish y'all were here so I could just be like, here, do you wanna hit this? I'll pass it to you. It's your hit. And you can see, even though my joints are fucking ugly, they smoke well. They burn good. You guys want to see the chocolate? The chocolate mountains? Can you see them all lit up out there? It's pretty cool. I think those kind of views are dope. Don't come to my house, MAGA. I don't want to come to your house, that's alright. Do I like bullets? He says, I'm just trying to get through today. Well, I'm glad you're still here with us, buddy. I'm glad you're making it through the day. Oh, I know that there's an election coming on, guys. We don't have to get all political. We ain't got to do that. Everybody, whoever, I mean, if you're voting for Trump, your vote's valid. If you're voting for Harris, your vote's valid. If you just wrote in your dog's name, your vote is valid. Like, this is not the space to be, like, arguing. Blue, red, you guys are all Americans. Every fucking one of you guys are neighbors, you're Americans. And I think that has value. I think that being an American has value regardless of your politics, dude. Like, this is still the greatest country. And I mean, we don't have to make it great. It never stopped being great. So I feel like the sooner we get back to those American values, the better. But both sides are guilty of not having those American values anymore. You can't even disagree like adults. So let's just not do it. Let's just chill. Let's just chill. Let's put politics on hold during, like, I think we're all just tired. So let's just put it on hold for my live stream. We'll all smoke and we'll chill together, because the one thing that we all have in common, right, is that we like smoking weed, we like hanging out, we like being positive. I don't care who you vote for. Personally, I think that they both suck, but some people disagree with that, and that's fine. It's totally cool. You guys are all 100% Americans, 100% valid, and your vote's important. And it's a personal decision, so you guys do whatever you feel is best for your world, your experiences, and your country. So we're all just doing that, and we can disagree like adults, but it hasn't seemed like people can do that, lately. It doesn't seem like people can have difficult conversations. So, like, I respect every fucking one of you, so much so that I hope that your candidate wins. But personally, I hope that they both lose. That's how I feel about the Super Bowl too. To be fair, like, whenever the Super Bowl comes around, I'm like, I hope they fucking both lose, because I don't really care. Dude, if your CV joints are good, you could return your new ones. They're still, again, they're not good. They're not good. When they click, dude, they click and they fucking grind, and my CV axles need to be replaced. But the bearings are also trash, so they need to be replaced. Bearings are on order, they're on the way. What up, winners? Yeah, the election is out of control and no need to stress, says Heath. Puff, puff, pass. That's it, man. It doesn't matter. It's all a fucking pony dog show, anyways. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We got enough ads on YouTube already. That's funny. Intellectual says, I'm currently allowing my depression to take a hold of me, and so I am sleeping a lot until this fucking election is over. Yeah, I mean, I would like to see a political candidate from either side of the aisle or a third party or whatever. Just get up there and be like, look, now that I'm the president, my job is to bridge the gap, right? To represent every American and to bridge the gap between both sides of the aisle so we can get things done. Like, that's really their job. Their job is to be a leader. And I haven't seen a leadership like that my whole life, probably. But I haven't seen a president ever do that. I just want someone to go up there, a president one of these days, to be like, you know what? That was a fucking mistake. Like, we shouldn't have done that. That was my bad. Like, I made a mistake. I'm gonna go ahead and own that right now, and we're gonna move on with that knowledge. But I mean, I know it'll never happen, dude. I know, but you know what can happen? Like, each of you in your own individual lives can disagree like adults. You can do that. Like, it's just a choice. Like, we can just disagree about politics, like, appropriately. Like, we can do that. I know I can do that. I mean, I know people be getting fired up and they're passionate, and that's fine, but you can still disagree like a grown-up. Winner says, like, for the people, by the people, wouldn't that be something? It's just leadership. Like, if any of you have ever been in, like, supervisory roles, or you've been responsible for people's safety or health or life, like, you understand what leadership is. And even bad leadership can tell you how to do good leadership better. But I mean, that's what we're missing in all of politics, like, in all of it, from the fucking top down, middle, left, right. We're missing leadership, appropriate leadership, like, and not just leadership like you would see at the workplace. I'm talking leadership like a political leadership, like a cultural leader, like somebody we can collectively be like, that's American as fuck. Yeah, maybe the country needs a fresh restart. I don't know if it's just that, or if maybe the people need to chill the fuck out, dude, and stop electing people who just are there to rile you up. Like, it's all a dog and pony show. Like, these politicians that get up in MSNBC or whatever and start ranting and raving about their anger, it's just for looks, dude. When the cameras turn off, they're not mad at each other no more. They're fucking homies. Yeah, as the world turns, these are the days of our lives. Don't you want to take a few months off and hang out in Slabs and make a Bottle Kids too? Bottle Kids has been featured in more than one of my videos, but there is some conversations. There is some discussions about Bottle Kids too. There is some conversations about some Bottle Kids filming. So, like, that might be a thing that happens. Just like, I mean, I can make a video by myself with my dog all day long, but getting, like, actual kids involved with making a video can be more difficult than you think, especially when the kids are fucking feral. Like, these kids are feral, you guys. They're not, like, they're out in the wild, so bottle kids are probably about grown by now. No. And not just that. Well, one of them's like 19 now. Another one might be like 18, 19. The rest of them are still kids, but there's more kids. There's plenty of children. I don't feature them all on my channel because they're kids, and the parents probably wouldn't want that, and, it's just privacy. But, it doesn't mean that we can't do a Bottle Kids video. Now that some of the parents have seen the Bottle Kids video and how it's all fun and games and shit, then maybe we can, get some more involved. But yeah, I mean, there is some talk about some Bottle Kids shit going on. Hopefully Zach doesn't get painted on. Yeah, Miles got tie-dyed last time. With inflation, bottle kids now want $5, not $1. That is funny. That we should put that. We should put that in the video. Got $1? Yeah, maybe. You got a 5? A 5? Inflation, bitch. That would be funny. Yeah, I was just thinking of some bottle kids skits we could do. There are some younger kids there that have always wanted to do a bottle kids video, and I've thought about getting some of the older bottle kids to take them through, like, it would be cool if I can get them to do like a terrorist training camp, but like bottle kids training camp, where like the older bottle kids are drill sergeants teaching the younger kids how to get $1. Right now the van's it made it all the way down here. Just a quick update for everyone, and I don't really think I want to take it back out on the highway again until I get it all fixed. But I think I could put around town here. The wheel hubs and the bearings are on order. They're on their way. They'll be here in a couple of days, thankfully, and I can get this shit swapped out and back on the road, and get to Quartzsite, because that's where I'll be spending most of my winter. Turns out Gem and Jam this year, the music festival that we did last year, Gem and Jam this year was canceled. Not really sure why. So that time slot of our winter is currently open, and we're trying to find some maybe like farmers markets or something to fill it with so we can keep vending during that time. But the rest of the time we should be well, I got Comic-Con that I'm doing, some anime convention, and then I'm gonna working Quartzsite as well. I feel like there's something else. Phoenix Lights, we might be doing that. Not really sure. Oh, wow, I look like I drove for 6 days. It is nice to be back in a t-shirt though. Like, I got down here and I was still wearing my hoodie. And I walked into the gas station. I'm like, why am I in my fucking hoodie? It's so hot. Dude, I can't like just go straight back with this because the roof is in the way. So when I'm getting down to the bottom, like that's as high, but that's not high enough to get the water out. So I've got to like do stupid shit to get a drink of water. Future's weird. Critter says, I have a wonderful night, y'all. Have to go meet up with Carol, taking my truck over to the shop, replacing my headers. I'll catch you later, Zig. Yeah, man. Have a good one. Have a good one. Laugh out loud, what road? What do you mean? The open road. Yeah. Yeah, take care, Critter. I hope changing that header is replacing all your headers goes smoothly, and it don't turn a 4-hour job into a 3-day job. Measure once, cut 3 times, safety third. It is nice to like take a breath from the road, because like literally every hill, every mile, I was like, I don't want this wheel to fly off. Like, I don't want this wheel to break off. And I knew it just needed like the wrong angle or too much fucking gas or whatever for the wheel to just be like, bink, and I'm done. I can't believe I just limped it. It must have been like 1,200 miles to get down here. On the bearing that I have. Like, it's It's like a may break. May break, it may not. Like a may pop. A may pop. Like when your tires may pop, they may pop. Yep. The water receded from the last place it was at so far. So fucking far. Like I would honestly guess like 200-300 yards it receded since the last time I was here. The Salton Sea is straight up shrinking so much. Heath says you can always go to Bashford Springs next to Foy for the day for $10. That's true. I also, by the way, everybody, ran into Mad Mac on my first night I got here. I walked into the restaurant / bar off the road, and there's Mac sitting at the bar. I got to catch up with him for a minute. He was doing really well. So that's good. Glad to see him out and about. I should have been filming so you guys could have said hi too, but yeah, like I said, I've been driving for 4 days. Oh man, I'm pretty excited to get this van fixed so I can I'll feel like so much better about just taking you guys on a day trip, on an adventure somewhere and doing some filming. Every time I drive, I'm like, don't break. I mean, I just crossed my fingers and willed it all the way south and made it, thankfully made it. But it's time to get it fixed, and I think I may have figured out how to get it done. There's a kid here that knows his shit. I think he said he had access to the parts, even though they're not his parts. We're just gonna I'm gonna full send it on getting this fixed here, and then we'll be good to go. Then we'll be done. Done, son. I would like to go to Bashford's though. Bashford's is a good spot. You get showered up. This town is full of a bunch of abandoned houses. Well, abandoned single wide trailers that nobody owns. I'm not really sure what the ownership situation is, but one of them in particular, somebody kind of fixed up a little bit, and they call it the bathroom club. And it's literally just a house with and it's all messed up, and it's but the bathroom in it works. And somebody's paying for the water. So nomads, when they come through, have somewhere to take a shit. And I think the shower works also. I haven't been in it yet. I'm gonna go check it out tomorrow morning. See what the word is. Some of the people told me about it inside, so I'm gonna go poop in a stranger's house tomorrow. Hopefully that no one shoots me. That would ruin my trip a little bit. Getting shot for pooping, but I would understand it if somebody broke into my house to shit. I might shoot them too. I really like my toilet paper, and I don't think that it's your toilet paper. You should ask to shit in someone's house, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go shit in the bathroom club in Bombay Beach, and then we'll see if I get shot about it. Make a good story. I mean, as long as they flush. Yeah, flushing is important. Chris says, oh yeah, I'm only dropping it off. My son is doing the work. He owns his own shop, back alley auto repair. Dude, if I could drive my van all the way there, I would let them work on mine too. I cannot believe I made it here, to be honest with you. I don't know how I did that. I don't know how the van made it. Tires not doing good. I was driving yesterday, just going 35 down the highway when it was shaking, maybe 35, 40, it was shaking the worst it shakes. This car was driving past me and looking at me as I was going down the road, because I think they could see the whole van shaking. That's how bad it's getting. People couldn't see the shake before. They can see it now. It was just I can see him like I know, dude. I know. But it made it. I'm glad it made it. And it's beautiful here. I miss having the whole desert sky and the sunsets over the water, that I just showed you a little bit ago. If you rewind it, you can see it. But yeah, it was pretty cool. And I got my part ordered, and things are starting to look up. Hopefully the fucking AutoZone does better on the shipping than Detroit Axle did. So yeah, there we go. Hopefully they actually get here when they said they would, because they said 2 days, the 6th. It's going to be here by the 6th. Um, we'll see if we have a country after the 6th. You know what I mean? But I think no matter who wins, there's going to be some shit that happens. But it'll be a weird year. I don't like the future. I don't always like the future. But if we lose our country, at least my fucking bearing and my axle will be fixed, and I could get the hell out of Dodge. I'm really close to Mexico, so I could just be like an American refugee. You know what I mean? I could just like refugee myself down south of the border. You know what I mean? I'll just trade spots with someone that's trying to come here. Jeff says, I have a bottle of Fireball. I'm okay. You know what? I just visited Heath and Bobby, and they hooked me up with some alcohol too. So I'll be all right. I'll be all right. Let's book it to Australia. I mean, I can't drive to Australia. I don't know where I would go. I've thought about this a lot. I know I'm not going to Canada. Okay, so let's say that there's an actual war and they actually invade our country, all right? For thought experiment, shits and giggles, where would you go? Would you just stay here? Would you fight? Would you stay here and hide? Would you stay here and just be a part of the civilian population? I personally would get the fuck out of the country. I would get the fuck out of the country because, first of all, they're not going to invade the entire country. That's just impossible. Our country's too big. No country could invade us completely. They would start somewhere and they'd have to fight for every single inch. They would not be able to just take over all of America. They would just take pieces of it. And those pieces are pretty obvious which pieces they would target. Big cities, infrastructure, shit like that. So if you got more rural, you'd be safe from all of the initial fighting. All of it. You'd be good. As long as you're not near a military base, if you're out in the middle of nowhere. Even if you are near a military base and you're out in the middle of nowhere, you might still be okay. The fighting, trust me, will be concentrated somewhere else. So you get the hell out of Dodge, and what do you do first? You get out in the middle of nowhere, but the fighting goes on and on and on, right? You could be a part of the civilian population just doing your best. Eventually, there'd be a lot of refugees. Some would go north, some would go south. I don't know where I would go, but I know I would go there through Mexico. I would not go north. Too goddamn cold up there. I would go south. Food grows on trees if you get close enough to the equator. Things are cheap. Your dollar's not going to be worth shit anymore, but it'll still be worth something. And thankfully, where you're going, things are cheap. You go up to Canada, things are expensive. They don't really have the infrastructure. Neither does down south, but at least you're bringing wealth with you. So, then from there, you can get anywhere in the world. You ever flown out of Mexico? Compare that price. Compare flying out of Mexico, buying your ticket out of, Tijuana instead of San Diego, and see how much cheaper it is. I promise you. The redwoods. Yeah, the redwoods wouldn't be bad. Eventually, that is pretty far away from any, there's some bases up in Northern California, not very big ones, and then, some training sites and stuff, but Northern Michigan towards Canada. Yeah, it does kind of vary. It does kind of depend on where you are located in the country. It's true. For some of you, it'd be quicker to get to Canada, but there's no way Canada's not involved. We're invaded, Canada's gonna be at war too. It's not like Canada's gonna be oh, but we have a line here. You can't cross this line right here. They're our allies. They're also getting invaded. Could you imagine the chaos of everyone trying to leave the country? Be like some zombie land shit. That's another thing. Like the official crossings. That's why I've never been like, I don't care how you feel about the wall or whatever. Like, I know that's a very charged subject. I never liked the wall in case I ever needed to leave. Now there's this big fucking wall in my way. That's not even that much of a wall. And honestly, it's pretty easy to climb. Like, it's like a freaking ladder. Like, I've seen it with my own eyes. It's a ladder. Anyways, it's not that hard to beat this fucking wall. Like a good breaker bar or a fucking acetylene torch could cut through this wall pretty easily. A shovel, would get underneath it. And it's just sand out here, bro. It's not hard to dig. It's just adobe. Anyways, the wall always prevented us from fleeing, too. Like, I never trusted the government that much. I never trusted. Just same reason I don't want the government to be the only ones who have guns. I want all of us to be armed. That's because I don't trust the government. And now we're going to trust them by building a wall around us and like keeping us in. Like, I don't fucking like that. I know their justification is to keep people out, but if there's a war, they don't want anyone to flee. They need people to stay and fight, and at least people to stay and like be the civilian population. If everyone fucking leaves, like, nah, dude, they don't want that. I don't like that. Never liked that. Canada is cool. Deer meat would be straight up chaos, though. You're not wrong. What's up, Sharon? Sharon says, me and my one-eyed cat say hi. Well, it's empty. Not 60 days. 9F. Good, find a water source. And just hunker down. Hunker down for the first 30 days. Depends on where it's at. Like, if it's in New York, like, I got plenty of time till I gotta be worried about anything here. But if it's in, like, LA, like, I need to start making moves. It can't just be a 30-day hunker down, not where I'm at. Too much military around here. Got the fucking scooter mafia rolling around me right now. Literally 2 scooters just circled my van and then rode off. Felt like I was about to get fucking jacked. They're like, yo, dude, we're here to be intimidating. Do you like our denim coats? My assless chaps on my scooter. What a weird world. Critter says if shit was to hit the fan, it'd be like Robin Hood and head for the thickest forest near fresh water supply and plenty of woodland animals. And fish. 60 days of foods and bottle kids. Yeah, the bottle kids would be pretty terrifying during the apocalypse. People get disarmed by children. Like, they don't want to hurt children. So you just need to give the kids the guns. And train them how to shoot first. Yay, children warfare. Yeah, I don't know what I would do. I mean, obviously this is not where I would hunker down. The desert. I'm in the desert. There's not a forest nearby I would want to go to, first of all. Like, I'm too close to LA to make any of the forests really worth it. Everybody that knows anything about camping is going to be out there. You know what I mean? Like, from the LA hipster that stayed in a tent in his yard to the, like, guy that can make clothing out of deer skin, like, and everyone in between is going to be out in near any woods, anywhere fucking close to me. So that's not going to be, I'd have to drive pretty far. to get anywhere remote. And I wouldn't be the only one who thought of that too. The woods are going to be filled with Americans. It's going to be chaos out there too, believe it or not, because how are you going to get there? Like, most of us are going to be lazy and we're just going to take roads. We're not going to fucking hike through the woods and find a remote spot. And even the people that do are going to find other people who did that. So, like, yeah, you're going to also want a lot of supplies and stuff. You can only carry so much on your back. You can only carry so much on your back before you're out of stuff, like food and whatnot. And I know you can probably forage and survive for a little while off the wild, but you're going to want just naturally to bring as many creature comforts as you want. So you're going to stick to roads, even back roads and shit. There's going to be people everywhere. Like, I think I would just find a spot across the border and get the hell out of Dodge. Like, I'm done fighting, dude. I'll let the younger generation take care of the fighting. If I have to fight my way to the border, like fight some North Koreans or something, sure. I don't want to, but I will. But yeah, no, going to the fight, like going and looking for it, I'm just over that. I'm fucking too old for that shit. Do you gain an hour going to courtside? Yeah, I think so, because they just dropped back an hour here, which, by the way, that fucked me up all day. When we fell back an hour, dude, that really messed me up. All day yesterday, I was like, why do I feel like it's like the end of the day? Why do I feel like it's so much earlier than what it is? And this dude was like, looked at me like I was an idiot, and he was like, we fell back an hour. And I'm like, when? He's like, last night. And I'm like, we did? I'm like, huh. No one told me that was going to happen. But all day, like, I woke up at 6 and I was like, why the hell am I awake at 6 o'clock? And then all day long, I just felt like I had so much day. Like, I had so much day. Clear says, after you, I'll catch you later. I'm not far behind you. It's starting to get dark. You got me for another 8 minutes or so. Sunsets are an hour later in courtside than the Salton Sea. Are you sure it's not an hour? Oh, yeah, an hour later. No, I think it may be at the same time. Because I think, okay, so hold on. Half of the year, Arizona's on like, they don't do daylight savings. So half the year, they're on the same time zone as California. And then the other half of the year, they're an hour different than California. So it might be that it happens at the same time, even though they're in different time zones. Or is it? I don't think it's an hour later, because then it would be 2 hours away. I was messed up by that time zone thing myself. I thought I woke up at 2 a.m. And really, I guess I woke up at 1 and stayed up all day yesterday. Well, if you thought you woke up at 2 a.m., that means it was actually 3 a.m. the day before. Because I woke up at 6, which would have actually, like, usually I wake up at like 8. And I guess I woke up at 7. But since the time we fell back, it was 6. And that blew my mind. I was like, why am I awake so early? That never happens. Hey, Carol. Hey, how you doing? I've been here lurking. Thought I'd finally say hi. Well, glad you were lurking. And for those other lurkers or anyone else joining that didn't catch up on the van, it made it down here. I am in the desert. And it needs the bearing replaced and the axles. So the axles I have with me, the bearings are in order. They should be here in 2 days. Cross your fingers, knock on wood. I have better luck this time with ordering these parts than I did last time. I got a partial refund for them not sending the rest of the parts. So, you win some, you lose some. So I had to drop $200. So I spent $200. Okay, this is the annoying part. This is the part that's really annoying. I spent $200 for the whole kit, right? The bearings, the hubs, and the axles. What did they fucking send me? They sent just the axles. And it took them almost a month to send it to me. And then I get down here and I limp it all the way here. I'm like, okay, I do need the bearings. The bearings need, and the wheel hubs, they need to be replaced. So I ordered those. Guess how much I just spent to get the the bearings and wheel hubs. I just spent $200. $200 is what I spent for the whole package before. So I didn't, and then I got partially refunded, right? So I got like $75 back for them not sending the bearings. And then I had to spend $200 for both bearings and wheel hubs on both sides. So $400 minus the 77 that they refunded me, 75. So I'm just a bit frustrated. If they had just sent the right thing to begin with, I wouldn't have had to spend more money getting it from somewhere else, because they're clearly not reliable. I've never dealt with a company that was as, like, just, I had to ask for the refund 3 times. I had to ask for it 3 times. They were like, "Oh, it'll be reflected in 48 hours." 48 hours went by and it didn't show up. So the next day after the 48 hours, I was like, "Yo, where is my refund?" Oh, we had some more technical difficulties, which was their excuse for the shipping, was technical difficulties. Um, it should be reflected within 48 hours. 48 hours went by again. And then I'm like, "You guys are absolutely incompetent. Like, I don't even know how the fuck you're in business, but um, I'm you're forcing my hand here." um. Anyways, so then, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we haven't, like, the same thing. They just, a technical issue, a technical issue. That's what they kept telling me. No real straight answers, no real customer service whatsoever. And then I had to spend more money to get the right parts. So I'm a bit frustrated with the whole process. I really just can't wait to get this thing fixed. It's been on my mind, obviously, for a 4-day drive of the van, like, going down the road. The whole tire, it shifts, not not like up and down. You know what I mean? It doesn't shift like this way. It shifts this way. Um, so I'm pretty sure it's a bearing. Doing a few nights in the Needle side of Arizona, or Needle side of the river, before crossing into Arizona. That's cool. Needles is a cheap spot to get weed too. You sure the axles are the right ones? I mean, fucking, I guess I'll find out. But to be honest with you, they do need to be replaced. But the bearings is the worst. It's worse. That's the more important part right now. So if these axles turn out not to be the correct ones, then I'll ship them back and get the rest of the refund, and then I will get the right axles. It just, don't jinx me like that, dude. We're knocking on wood. We're manifesting good thoughts. We're manifesting good thoughts. Not, do your axles not fit? Like, no. Maybe tomorrow, Satan, but not today. Not today, Satan. I've just had nothing but stress about fixing these axles, though. Like, and this, just in general, the shake on this van has been driving me nuts since I bought it. And now it's getting worse because I've been driving on it, but I keep trying to fix it. Like, I keep trying to fix it. It's making me crazy. I have fixed so much: the brakes, rotors, motor mount, gas tank, the coolant system, the whole suspension, the ball joints, the sway bars, the all the things, everything, the control arms, the shocks themselves, everything's brand new. And then let's see, what else did I do? Tires. So got the tires, brand new tires on this thing, balanced tires, brand new. Still got the shake. Everything I fixed needed to get done, and everything I fixed didn't fix the shake. So, if it's not this, hmm, hmm, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I just, like, put full coverage on the van. You know what I mean? Put full coverage on the van and just drive it until the axle breaks, and then be like, "Oh, I don't know what happened. I think I hit a curb." I don't know if they would cover that. I'm not sure how that works. Like, just repairs. Are you crashing where you're at for the night? I mean, I'm not sure where I'm gonna crash for the night. I can find a spot around here. Like, you're allowed to crash pretty much wherever. There's this dude that's been living out here on the Salton Sea on the beach for like a couple years in a travel trailer. So, you know, it's not bad here. But what does fuel cost in Ireland? I have no idea. I haven't gotten gas in Ireland. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna take off, you guys. You guys had me for an hour, and I just wanted to give you guys an update and let you guys know I made it. I have my footage from the drive down here. I'm gonna be editing and posting. Hopefully, my next video will be about the town that I'm in, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on the next live stream. So, I'll probably, I don't know when the next live stream will be right now, but I'm just doing my best out here, you know, staying I'm just staying happy. So y'all take care. Glad that my road dogs were here this time. Carol and Rye Guy and Critter. You guys are rad. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. As always. Miles and smiles. See you, Bobby. Heath.